Looking to throw. Garoppolo gets this one to use check. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 50, Mike 50. That's what I do.
Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do you do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On the double. Mike's 50. They're not ready for this, man. For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. Caught here by Conley. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Was looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty. Jackson
operating from the gun. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Garoppolo on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis. 66 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Play action. It's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Miles Jack with a sack. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. These two teams all tied after one. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Darren Lee in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down now, it's Armstrong. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Jackson steps away to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brings up 3rd down.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. You run.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense. It's not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Garoppolo again. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Garoppolo. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very...
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Passer defense.
Well, we looked at
Automatic.
Each other right away. We knew that flag was coming.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 55.
Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
A couple scores down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
Here we go.
First down, San Francisco.
I'm here all day.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Watch the run. Hold up. Let's go Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the out.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That's good for 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Man, I got you.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo, and he's got the hook up to Moore. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. Now they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Edwards. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona 1st. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in the preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Keep it up, guys. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Strip the ball.
To throw again. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 16-yard touchdown. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Mike's 50. Hey, we got to get this stuff.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That
right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
And he he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He's checking.
On third down, it's Barry. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense off the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing is Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But somebody, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Watch the curl.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check, Mike. That's it. Mike 54. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D.
Here's Jackson throwing again. Caught here by Conley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's He's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
The previous play is under review.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Cardinals, first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Run it.
Again, Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 32 on the play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there. That'll
be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go, buddy.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Let's go now. Henry, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. Hey.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8, and I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest now. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Right there, 54.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty. There because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guy.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball.